Matt Barnes made an appearance on Rick Bucher's radio show, and he told all about Austin Rivers and Doc Rivers. First, the recap of what transpired between the Rockets and the Clippers, as we all know now, secret tunnel passageways, and Trevor Ariza trying to go after Austin Rivers and the non-camaraderie between Chris Paul and Blake Griffin, what have you. Well, Rick Bucher asked Matt Barnes about it, and specifically, why Austin Rivers was shit-talking Trevor Ariza so much in the corner at the end of that game. Have a listen.
To see him coming after Austin, not surprising. You know, Austin kind of rubs people the wrong way, talks a lot of trash, and doesn't really back it up. I think people are probably tired of that. He's just very arrogant. You know, I know him personally, and you know, at the beginning, it kind of took a little bit to get used to, and then as a teammate, you know, you kind of just accept him for who he is and have his back as a teammate. But you know, hearing guys talk around the league and seeing guys that had a problem with him while I was playing with him, I could see why. You know, he carries himself like he's a 10-time All-Star, and he's not that. You know, that kind of arrogance rubs people the wrong way. And then, you know, if you're talking trash on top of that, you know, there are some guys in the NBA that's not going to happen. I know Trevor's one of them.
I see the same exact thing that Matt Barnes sees in Austin Rivers. I just didn't feel validated before.
What?
And it's that Austin Rivers carries himself like he is an MVP of the league and a 5-time All-Star, and he's not. He's the coach's son.
That's
he's
enough.
Developing
That's
into
enough.
He's
that
developing
is
into
enough,
a good player.
Rick.
What?
That is enough. Are you kidding me? Like,
what?
First of all, Matt Barnes isn't saying to me anything groundbreaking.
Of course not.
This is exactly what everyone feels about Austin Rivers. This is exactly what everyone feels about Doc Rivers. The reason that Austin walks with so much entitlement, and like you said, like if he just won a championship or if he's an MVP contender, is because his pops is the coach. His dad
and was the GM.
Was the GM. His dad is right behind him. It's like kind of like when you're out with your friends or whatever. There's two ways you can act. There's a kid can act one of two ways. Yep. One, if his parent is there, he's embarrassed, shy to himself, whatever. Second is like he feels like, you know, tough and you know, like, oh man, like I got backup right behind me. What are you gonna do? And frankly, what are you gonna do? Yeah. Like, his dad is here, and then these are grown men. No one wants to disrespect somebody in front of their father, but at the same time, if you're talking all that trash and all that mess, then I'm hoping that you got a lot to pull behind you to prove your points.
Right.
And you don't, and that's fine. But it, you know, at the same time, it's like, well, this is you're bringing this upon yourself. This behavior, the way the players are treating you. He said it many times. He's felt like he was blackballed. Austin Rivers felt that he was blackballed. He didn't understand why. Clearly you do. You're causing this on yourself. If it's not you, it's your father.
Right.
So, I mean, I've said this before. I mean, Doc was great. Doc was good. Doc is a good coach, and
oh, so I brought you over to the dark side, huh?
No, he's
going
not
from great to good.
No, he's not. I'm not saying he's a bad coach. That's what you've always said.
He's mediocre at best. I don't think he's amazing.
I never said he was amazing. He's a great coach. He's proved he has enough to. He has more to back up for the respect that he deserves than his son Austin. And his son Austin is walking around like, hey, my dad won these championships, so did I. That works if you weren't playing. Like if you were just a regular son, then yeah, you know, you're part of the family.
Right.
You also won those championships that the Celtics won.
Well, here's the thing.
But you know, clearly.
What?
It's not the case. Like he's not your regular son.
And again, we got to remember that like Matt Barnes has been in the league for so long. He's now retired.
14 years.
He was with something like that. Like he was with the Clippers.
14 years,
and he was under Doc Rivers when he was there. So this is like inside baseball. He did talk about Doc Rivers as well. Take a look at that real quick.
Doc played a vital role in, I'd probably say, it's the demise of the Clippers. You know, he was there. We had Benny Del Negro the season before and won 50-something games. And, you know, I think we lost in the second round, should have won. And then, you know, Benny was fired. Doc was come in to, you know, save all, do all. And at the beginning, he did well. But then I think as players, we started seeing through him. You know, say one thing, do another thing. You know, do things like give his son a bunch of money, sign his son. You know, as players, that's the kind of stuff you talk about. And then, like I said, from JJ to Chris to myself, the guys that are on the team still, like I said, Doc's kind of been, I think it'll be you've seen the best of the Clippers with the way they're built as they stand now.
Real quick, I need to know a little bit more from Matt Barnes when he says, say one thing, do another. Like, I need some sort of examples, because the next thing that followed up, say one thing, do another, is you give your son a lot of money. Like, this whole clip was about Matt Barnes versus Austin Rivers, and Doc being the caveat, like being the bullet point to Austin.
But he's not saying anything we don't already know.
Oh, of course. But it's just good to hear it. Not good. It's validating to hear everything that we thought from somebody who played under Doc Rivers and has also been a teammate of Austin Rivers.
Right.
That's all. So what I need to know, again, is just like go a little further. Like, give me some more examples and don't follow it up with, and like you gave your son $70 million or something like that.
You want him to just like freaking squeal.
And by the way,
he's dropping every hint possible. You want this guy to give you a plate of all the gossip. That's not how it works.
Yeah, and then I take it.
That's not how it works.
So sometimes.
Clearly.
Let's get Matt Barnes in here. And I'll ask him a few questions.
Yeah, ask him. He's a very open guy.
So my very last point is, if I were Austin Rivers, I'd do the exact same thing.
And say what?
No, not saying. I'd go to my dad's team, my dad's company, and like, yeah, give me $85 million. Yeah,
he's already doing that. If I was Austin Rivers, I'd.
Of course, I'm saying like if I were in that position, and I think if you were in that position, like New Orleans doesn't want you.
You know what I do
haven't been a good player, and you just got $75 million. Yeah,
but
bring it.
But this is the thing, and I agree with you. Just like you, I would have done the same thing. The only thing I would have done different would have been way more quieter. I wouldn't have talked as much shit, because everybody knows I'm the coach's son.
Right,
everybody
it's like the
knows
joke of the league.
My dad isn't gonna leave me hanging and give me like, a freaking little small amount of change.
Right.
Everyone already knows. So why are you causing so much noise and disruption? I'm sure his dad is annoyed.
Yeah.
I'm sure Doc is like, fuck, son,
maybe.
like Jesus.
Nepotism at its finest.
Shut up.
Not only in the highest parts of America, but also in the association. We'll see you.